Hi everybody, it's Juliet Parrott Merrill and I'm here today to tell you about my experience with Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. So just first a little bit of background. I'm 43 years old and I was born a premature baby. I came at 6 months, and as a consequence of that premature birth, I acquired something called cerebral palsy. So I've been a person with a disability my whole life. And because of the disability, I've been a full-time wheelchair user for the majority of my life too. So I started using Protandim about 20 days ago at the recommendation of my brother because I was in a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of pain, and my health has been really compromised pretty much my whole life, but especially for the last 10 or 11 years. I've had a lot of pain, a lot of aches, a lot of tiredness, just a lot of low energy and a lot of low stamina. And I've been so sick that there was a time that I actually spent the majority of my time down in bed sleeping. I'd spend anywhere between 16 to 18 hours down in bed sleeping, and at one time I was so ill and so compromised that I could barely get up to brush my teeth and wash my face and get something to eat. But I wasn't married at the time. I hadn't married Paul, my husband, yet, and I didn't have a caregiver, so all my care was on me, and that was very difficult. Even simple things like going to the grocery store and just running simple errands became very, very physically taxing, because I just hurt all the time. I just had this tiredness. My energy was low. And I tried so many things. I tried going to the doctor. I tried going to the medical doctor. I tried going to the holistic doctor, and nobody knew what was wrong with me. I would tell them, I'm having these mysterious aches and pains, and I'm just really tired, and I just feel really gross. I feel like crap all the time. And they were like, oh, we really don't know what's wrong with you. We don't know what to do for you. And so I set out on a quest to figure out what was wrong with me on my own. So I started eating different foods. I started exercising. I went on crazy diets. And I was also in the middle of doing a bunch of spiritual work to try to come to terms with and manage a pretty serious case of depression that I had been diagnosed with back in 2005. So my plate was pretty full. So I've been really affected by this pain and tiredness and low energy pretty hardcore since about 2009. I've been down in bed a lot. And like I said, even just doing simple things like a simple day outing, like going to the grocery store, very physically taxing. Day trips, extremely taxing, and traveling at all is, it was just extremely taxing. It would wear me out for the next day or two or a week afterwards. And I lost my life because of that. It was really hard for me to go out and do anything. It was hard for me to be with friends. It was hard for me to take on another job because I just couldn't. I didn't have the energy to work. So I started taking Protandim NRF2 Synergizer about 20 days ago, and it was at the recommendation of my brother, who started taking it because he had aches and pains and tiredness, and it was so bad for him that he was contemplating making a career change at almost 50. So he took it, and he actually swears by this stuff. And he told me, he said, Juliet, if you take this stuff, it's going to change your life. I swear to God. And so I was like, well, I don't have anything to lose, and I have everything to gain. So I started taking Protandim, and after I took the first pill, I noticed a huge difference. Even though I felt, after I took the pill, I went to sleep and then woke up the next day, and I felt like something had changed inside me in a positive way, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was. So I just kept watching myself to see what what I did throughout the day and how I felt. And I started my work, usually around 9:30. I started my work, and I would usually have to rest after like a couple hours. I'd work a couple hours, then rest like 2 or 3 or 4 hours, or sometimes the rest of the day, depending on how gross I felt. But after the first Protandim, I worked from 9:30 until 1:30 without a break, so that was pretty cool. And then the first night, had a really good sleep. My husband Paul, he was also taking Protandim, and he had a good sleep as well. And he noticed increase in energy. And we both noticed as we kept taking it. We noticed we could think better. We were more alert. And I also noticed that pain I wasn't even aware that I had was starting to go away. Because things were getting easier. It was getting easier to get up into my wheelchair. It was easier to stand. It was easier to transfer. It was easier to sit in my wheelchair. And so it's been 20 days, and I've been up, and I've been feeling really, really good. I've been feeling the best I've felt since I was a child. So I don't forget anything. I just want to run through the stuff that Paul and I both have noticed about the way Protandim has affected us. So these are the things we've noticed: increased energy and stamina, more alertness, clearer thinking, and elevated mood, so we're happier, more restful sleep, a significant decrease in aches and pains, more flexible joints, youthfulness, and weight loss. I've also lost physical weight. I've had issues with excess physical body weight since I was about 9 years old, and the weight that I've been trying to get off for my whole life, pretty much, is just falling off. So that's nice. I really appreciate that. So that's my story. I committed to my brother that I would try Protandim for 30 days, and it's been 20 days, and Paul and I are so taken with Protandim that obviously we're going to keep taking it.